In the year 1871, Boston was a city of dreams, bustling streets, and shadows hiding secrets. Among the cobblestone alleys lived a curious tale about two sisters, Eliza and Nora Callahan. They were beloved by the townsfolk for their laughter and their grace. The sisters were inseparable, always seen together, wandering through the flower-filled parks and old bookstores, their bright eyes shining with youth. As time passed, whispers began to drift through the town like a chilling fog. Eliza and Nora had not aged at all, even as the world around them grew old. The townspeople found this strange, but they didn't question it too much. After all, the girls were charming, and they seemed to bring joy to everyone around them. Yet, beneath their smiling faces lay a mystery that grew more profound with each passing year. It became clear that the Callahan sisters were different. While other children matured and changed, Eliza and Nora remained the same, with their golden curls and rosy cheeks untouched by time. Curious boys would dare each other to approach them in the park, and daring girls would try to befriend them. But the sisters had a flicker of the unknown about them, something that made people hesitate. One stormy night, a stranger arrived in town. His name was Mr. Blackwood, a tall man with dark clothes and a mysterious air. He had heard rumors of the Callahan sisters from other towns. He had come to unlock the secret that surrounded them, for he was a seeker of stories and mysteries beyond the ordinary. His arrival sent a ripple of curiosity through the town. Mr. Blackwood made his way to the park where the sisters were often found. On that very evening, the sisters sat on a bench, picking flowers and weaving them into garlands. Their laughter filled the air, and Mr. Blackwood felt drawn to them like a moth to a flame. He approached cautiously, introducing himself and inquiring about the sisters' secret to eternal youth. The sisters smiled, their eyes sparkling with mischief. They hinted at an ancient legend whispered among trees and over mountains, claiming to know more than they were willing to share. Eliza picked a flower and handed it to Mr. Blackwood, her fingers brushing against his. In that moment, he felt a strange warmth, a connection that made him shiver. There was more to these girls than met the eye. Determined to uncover their secret, Mr. Blackwood spent his days observing the sisters. They moved gracefully from the park to the bustling marketplace, always smiling and always together. But he noticed something odd. They never interacted with anyone else for too long, always pulling back as if guarding a hidden treasure. Their laughter echoed like a beautiful melody, yet it felt like a haunting song that lingered in the air. Days turned into weeks. Mr. Blackwood learned that the townspeople had their own stories about the sisters. Some claimed they were angels sent by heaven, while others believed they were witches, cursed to never grow old. A few even thought the sisters had made a pact with dark forces, trading their age for eternal youth. Intrigued, Mr. Blackwood sought the truth. One day, as Mr. Blackwood followed the sisters, he caught them in a confined spot behind the old library, speaking in hushed whispers. Their voices trembled with excitement and fear, but he couldn't make out the words. Just as he stepped closer, a gust of wind swirled around him, carrying a shivery sound like a warning. He stepped back, heart racing, but the curiosity was too strong to ignore. Then during a full moon, Mr. Blackwood decided to confront them. He invited the sisters to take a midnight walk with him, claiming he only wished to be friends. To his surprise, they agreed, their eyes glimmering with intrigue. They walked, beneath the moon's soft glow, sharing tales of the past and wishes for the future. But still, the mystery hung in the air like a spark waiting to ignite. Later, Mr. Blackwood finally gathered the courage to ask Eliza and Nora about their secret. The sisters exchanged sly glances before Nora spoke, her voice soft but firm. She told him about a powerful artifact hidden in the heart of Boston, a relic said to grant eternal youth to those who possessed it. They had stumbled upon it years ago, and both of them had unknowingly accepted its lasting effects. But there was a price for such a gift. Eliza explained that they could never leave Boston. Doing so would break the spell and trap their souls forever in the shadows. Nora added with a sigh that they feared loneliness, knowing they would always see their friends grow old while they remained the same. This was their curse, their choice, and the weight of it hung in the air. Mr. Blackwood felt a shiver run down his spine. He had entered into this mystery wanting to uncover the truth, but here he was faced with the raw emotion of their story. The sisters were both beautiful and tragic, forever locked in a moment they could not escape. Touched by their plight, he wondered if he could help them find a way out. In the days that followed, Mr. Blackwood studied ancient texts and visited wise old folk in the town. He learned that breaking the curse would require courage and heartfelt sacrifice. The sisters would need to give up their eternal youth willingly to save their souls. They hesitated, torn between the joy of living forever and the heartache of being forever alone. Finally, on the eve of another full moon, Mr. Blackwood returned to the sisters with a plan. He shared what he had learned, suggesting a ritual that could help them break the spell. It involved a connection with the town, a circle of trust, and a heartfelt goodbye to their lost youth. The sisters looked at each other, fear and hope reflected in their eyes. With pounding hearts, they agreed, knowing they couldn't hide forever. They gathered the townsfolk, sharing their story, invoking understanding and compassion. The people of Boston gathered under the bright moon, surrounding the sisters with love. In that moment, the weight of years began to lift as Eliza and Nora held hands, accepting their fate. As the ritual unfolded, the winds whispered magic, swirling around them like a dance of light and shadows. With each word spoken, the sisters felt warmth spreading through them, a blend of bittersweet memories and freeing acceptance. The bond they had with the people of Boston became stronger, breaking the chains of fear that had bound them for so long. With a final heartfelt farewell to their eternal youth, Eliza and Nora transformed. The glow of the moon enveloped them, wrapping its embrace around their souls. As the light faded, they felt ageless hearts filled with newfound joy and wisdom. They had let go of one gift to embrace another, the gift of life, love, and time spent with those who cared. From that night on, Eliza and Nora were no longer the sisters who never grew old. They became a part of the town's history, their laughter echoing in the hearts of people for generations to come. Their mystery had transformed into a tale of courage, reminding all that life is not about never aging, but about cherishing every moment.